Eskimo, old Koskush, who is basically on the verge of death and is left kind of by himself and is eventually attacked by wolves. And it's also the story that when Borges translates it, it's kind of the closest to the original. It doesn't change, no Sherlock Holmes in that story. It doesn't change the title, and it kind of keeps it as is. And it's also one of the most Alaskan of the stories that Borges translates. So it's interesting that he would not praise that kind of story in his introduction, but then choose to translate that. Lost Face is another Alaskan story, but I definitely see a lot more direct relationship between this story and Borges's. Lost Face tells a story of a Polish, I think he's an artist or a pianist of some sort, named Subienkov, who ends up getting kind of caught up in what's going on in Russia in the turn of the 20th century, and ends up getting kind of caught up with pirates who take him into Alaska, and he goes kind of further south into Alaska and becomes mired in savagery and violence, and becomes more violent himself as he gets into that, and is eventually captured by Native Alaskans who he had been enslaving, and they're about to kill him and torture him first, but in order to avoid being tortured, he kind of crafts this trick that he has this like medicine that he puts on his neck, and it'd be impervious to any sort of axe or anything like that. Well, they create this potion, put it on him, and then cut his head off. Therefore, killing him, but avoiding that sort of torture. So that kind of dark humor definitely comes through in a lot of Borges' stories, and I'll talk a little bit in that and some other stories that seem to me to be very, very clearly related to, maybe not influenced by, but related to this story.